All right. So hi there. So for today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be presenting the OFFschool. It's a free language learning app. And we will start, as always, we will present today's panelists. Today, we are going to have Ellery Maitland, first time with us. And we're going to start talking to Ellery. Hi, Ellery. John Crack, our lead investor from Germany, going to be having his opinion and generally talking about their investment part. Christopher Vitalik, the founder of Soul Education, as well as the co-founder of the OFFschool. Laurent Potier, the co-founder of OFFschool and the person who is working mostly with the agency referral program. And me, Slavos Polkavicius, the CEO of Soul Education and as well the creator of OFFschool. We will start with the content for today. With the first, for the ones who hasn't participated before, we will do 1 2-minute pitch. Generally, I'm going to explain what's the OFFschool. Then Ellery is going to talk about the French language. We will have other languages presented after it. The why invest in OFFschool. John Crack is going to be talking about this one. The social responsibility is who else? It's Christopher, the person who works for such a long time, the founder who works for 45 years already in the education industry. Who's on board? Laurent. Laurent is actually gonna join me today for delivering the whole webinar. He will be sometime interrupting me, sometimes asking questions. We will have the thing which everybody waits for is the OFFschool's launch date reveal and question and answers. For the ones who hasn't been with us before, just to explain, this is where the questions and answers are. You can type your question there. We will be answering the questions after the presentation. And for the last, we are shortly going to present to you the crowdfunding and what's happening with the crowdfunding at the moment. So let's start. I will start with a short pitch, and we all, we all understand that learning a foreign language is important, but we also understand that the learning a foreign language can be expensive, especially if you book a college course or you buy a private tutoring. So we asked ourselves, how can we make learning languages accessible to everyone? So allow me to present to you the OFFschool language learning app, always free, always interactive, always live. The beauty of OFFschool is that students can study as long as they want with us. But when they require an official certificate, they will have to purchase it. Also, during our presentation and everything, we will be talking more about the monetization system. So the monetization system is not only the sales of certificates, but they're going to be an in-app and streaming advertising, international language test shop, as well as the online merchandise shop. And OFFschool's already established sales network has the potential to reach more than 1 billion 7 to 19-year-olds. But more importantly, we have already gathered the academic content for 45 years. So generally, that's it for our pitch. I've told you it's going to be really short. If someone has a question, please send the questions to us. We can send the pitches as well. You can register for meetings, the private meetings with us after it. And let's go ahead. Ellery Maitland, the CEO of French in Normandy. Ellery, go ahead.
Thanks, Slavos. Hi, everybody. I'm Ellery. Many of you probably seen me. I know many of you, but I can't see who's actually participating right now. So I'm the director of French in Normandy, and I was part of the webinar. Like Slavos just put this OFFschool on the as an idea, as a concept. So I wanted to see what it was all about. And I was thrilled when I realized what Chris and Laurent and Slavos were trying to do. French Normandy has a very developed CSR policy. We're very keen to ensure that everything we do is not only environmentally friendly and sustainable, but that we're promoting local business and partnerships with local business or transport, free green transport and so forth. So this really spoke to me. And I quickly penned off an email to Slavas to say, well, if you think about French, because it's the other world language, let's not forget, okay, there's English, but there is also French spoken on every continent. It is the other world language. So I asked if we could be part of this, and that's why I'm here.
Oh, thank you very much, Hilary. And that's actually was very important message for us. We were answering all the time to people that we have our plans when it comes to the other languages. And Hilary just went ahead and she contacted us before we actually wanted to contact her, because we do believe that French in Normandy, Hilary, is one of the best French language schools in the world. And we really thank you for joining us for this thing. So we will go ahead now. We don't want to put everyone for a longer time. So we will talk about other languages. And the other languages, this is, how we talk. We have English, we have French languages. So generally speaking, we are receiving more and more questions now, both from the investors, from the agents, from students, which kind of languages you're going to present. And just to understand, to present for us every single language, it requires a lot of costs, funds. So we made a plan when it comes to how we're going to present the languages. We will divide the languages into the major languages and to the secondary languages. But when it comes to the major and secondary, please don't misunderstand me. We are talking more about our inside stages. So major languages for us are going to be the ones which we're going to be putting live and on demand. There will always be 7 levels. We will always have 3 age groups and at least in 3 or 4 time zones. That means that from the next year, when we're going to start the English this year and the French language next year, we will present the whole thing in the same way. We will be doing this live or on demand. And in total, we're calculating that we will have around from 7 to 10, depending once again on the funds. And we will also add the secondary languages. Secondary languages will be the languages which are on demand. And there will be a little bit less age groups. But as an example, it will look like whenever you go to Netflix, you choose your movies on demand because it's not live. So you will be able to choose your language there on demand. And every year we'll present 1 to 2 extra languages. We will talk about it a little bit more later on. But generally speaking, when it comes for the plan, in 2021, we're starting with English language. So this year, we're starting with our core language. This is what our school, as the Salt Education, was doing for 45 years. And then for next year, we're planning to do the French, Spanish, and or German. And for the next year, as the 2023, we will do Mandarin, Russian, Arabic, as we're talking about the major languages. But it's important to understand here, we will be choosing the languages year by year, depending on the research. So we will be doing the research if the languages are major or secondary at that point. We know for sure that the French, Spanish, and German are going to be, but we don't know yet if the Portuguese, Russian, Arabic, or Italian, let's say, going to be major or secondary languages for us. So this is a short, like a sneak peek for all of you to understand what kind of languages we're going to be doing and what is the plan for us. So the next one, let's go ahead. And John, hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Slavas. I'm good, thanks. Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself as well. I'm John Craig. I'm an entrepreneur and lead investor on OFFschool. And when Slavas told me about this project, I have to say I really liked it. I had some previous experience, mainly with manufacturing. I built a carpentry. I have a company, we build solar systems and we finance them as well. And I have also worked with my wife. She owns the Zava Education GmbH & Co. KG in Germany. And we internationalized her Russian company and brought her to the international market as well. So when Slavas told me about the opportunity of OFFschool, I really liked it because I gained some insights into the education field, and it is very good one because it is possible to do a scalable business model. The problem with it, usually, if you look at the applications, they always ask you to pay a certain amount upfront, or it's a subscription model, and there's no use in doing any of the same. And what the market really needs is actually something where you can pay afterwards when you have a success. So basically what I see in OFFschool is a success-based system, which I really liked and which convinced me, together with you, Slavas, as I know you, that and the parts of the team, that it will be possible to do it in this field. I have got the questions in the last few weeks why it is a good time to invest while we're obviously more in a difficult economic situation. And I do think, and I do want to encourage everyone to think about it also, because when you're in a time of crisis, you need to think about how to come out of it and how strong you will be compared to all the other markets when you come out of it. And that's what always motivates me. I mean, we've seen it in 2000 and 2008. After each crisis, you had winners and losers, and the winners are the ones who are prepared. And this is a fantastic opportunity, which I'm very happy to be a part of.
John, thanks a lot. And you reminded me about one thing. It just, after the conducting competition analysis, we've realized that none of the largest language learning applications and the language learning application providers are free. And some of them are stating free. But generally speaking, whenever you need more content, you need to receive more things, they are not free. And neither of them are able to provide the life lessons nor give it tangible results as we are doing here.
Exactly. Usually in the other companies, you have education is a very personal product in itself. So you do not have a individual content usually. You just have a, let's say, application or something like this, and it's purely scalable without any individual factor. And I think OFFschool gives a good median way between the possibility to stream, to still engage with the audience on a certain level, but still to be able to have a scalable product and hence just disrupt this type of this market.
Oh, thank you very much, John. So we will jump to another question. John, stay with us if you'll be able to answer some of the questions. And let me share back the screen. We have Christopher. Christopher, long time we haven't talked to you. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
So, Christopher, tell us what's on your mind.
So, hello everybody. Most participants, I think today, will probably have taken their education for granted. You know, like we've got to go to school, we're going to learn another language as well, but we'll be educated, we'll be able to survive in this world. But I've been teaching in Africa, the Solomon Islands, India, as well as other European countries. And I know many of the children that are needing education don't get what they need. They either can't afford it, it doesn't exist, teachers don't turn up. 50% of India's population are illiterate. So unbelievable, but they may have money, but somehow the system fails them. So we have got this idea to reach people that normally don't get reached. Pedagogy of the Oppressed, Paulo Freire, he spoke about how education frees people from oppression. And I've personally witnessed in those continents where I've worked, how education frees people from a form of slavery. And my idea is that a second language adds yet another dimension to someone's education. If you think of the world today, we have to cooperate. If we're going to get a sustainable way of life on this earth, we have to communicate beyond your village and town. We have to communicate across borders. And those people who speak a second language, especially if it's a globally important one, are going to play a vital role in this process of transformation of our way of life. Delighted that John there is dealing in solar panels, you know. I mean, he's probably exporting all over the place. We need global cooperation. People who speak English, French, Spanish, these global languages will be vital in this process. So up until now, Sun Education has been teaching hundreds of thousands of children who can afford to come to holiday language courses, we call them. Their parents have got the money, they want to improve their English, and they say, you go off on a 2-week, 3-week course, 1-month course, and your English will improve. It changes their lives. I've seen it myself. So what about the millions of children who can't come to this type of educational experience? So in OFFschool, we believe we'll be able to reach these people. I personally work with students in India who have got a smartphone and access to a computer, but their local English language teaching is rubbish, and certainly they don't learn other languages. And we could reach those people, for example, with the OFFschool app and change their lives. I mean, it's hard to realize how cut off some children feel. If you're lucky enough to go to a good school, it's brilliant. If not, you're stuck. There's no other options. But this can reach people. It's like that beer, isn't it? Heineken or something. It reaches places where no other beer can reach. This is a language app which will reach people who no other apps are reaching and no other schools are reaching sometimes. So I personally believe in the benefit of this service, and I would personally love to see the faces of the children I know when they finally get to use our app.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris. And just for everyone to know, Christopher is going to be working on the academic part. He's the person who has created the Sol Education 45 years ago, and he's the Cambridge University graduate. So it can't be a better suite for, at this moment, suit for us to have the person with the knowledge, with the experience. Christopher, thank you very much. I know we talked to you so many times before we had the idea even of the OFFschool. How could we benefit the world? How could we make the world nicer? What could we do? So this is the right thing what we're doing at the moment, as I understand. So we found something at the moment. All right, Chris, thank you very much. We are coming back to the presentation then. We have Laurent as the next presenter. Laurent?
Hi, Slavas. Thank you very much. So I will be brief because basically I'm gonna I have a message. Obviously, I just want to express first how exciting this journey has been at the moment so far already, and I'm looking forward the next weeks and months together with Slavas and the team. Because there's a lot of very interesting moments we're sharing. I'm excited also as an agent, as a professional in this industry, in education, international education industry, to be part of this project. The business development strategy is going to rely, and I think it's a very unique and singular opportunity, that we're going to be able to rely on the many agents or many actors that we know that works in our international education industry, and we'll be able to reach the world very quickly because we know a lot of people being part of this huge network of providers and educational agents throughout the world. So to reach that goal, we have put together a commission structure that I'm not going to go through too long, but there is a commission structure going on depending on the agency's implication. The more they do, the more they talk. But it's the good thing is that it's not like selling something very expensive to a difficult customer. Here it's about really talking about a free service and earn a good commission out of it. So the structure has been done this way. The message I have for you is that at the moment, we are talking with a lot of agents. We've set up a board of an advisory board, and with 15 people, professionals from all over the world, who are very good at what they do, and they are advising us on the future developments. But then we talk at the moment with and have already a deal or an agreement with 58 agencies throughout the world, coming from 48 countries in the world. My message to you before I hand over is that I'm very available to all candidates to answer all questions you might have. And also I'm happy to discuss new agent application wherever you are based, and especially when based in very random part of the world, because this is what we want to do, is being really all over the place. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm really available to answer all your questions.
Oh, thank you very much, Laurent. We always have this, you know, for us, depending on where you are sitting, your exotic country can be somewhere else. So for us, we were looking at the number of agencies with Laurent one day, and we had this agency from Djibouti, and it was so, for us, interesting to have, you know, the representative there. It's, you know, for someone, it's whenever the investors are asking, where are you getting there, you know, so many clients, etc. And this is what we have. We have the network of already more than 4,000 agencies, which we are working with. And we already have on board such countries as Brazil, Argentina, Russia. If we go to, you know, Saudi Arabia, Korea, etc., etc. When it comes to Europe, it's even easier for us. Laurent by himself, he has an agency in Belgium. He runs the French language, I think, more. Or is it true? Yeah. Laurent, you're working. You're working more with the French language students, or you're working?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sending French-speaking students to learn languages, and mainly English abroad.
All right. So thank you very much, Laurent.
Thanks, Lavas.
Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk now about the reveal. We will tell the plan where we're going to start shortly. This is how the application is going to look like. Everyone will be able to register, go to offschool.study. Then when you're going to register or download the application, you will be able to check the test. We will have at least 7 levels. It depends on the language, at least 6 to 7 levels. And the students will be able to study with us from elementary to proficiency, from the beginner to proficiency. And after the progress test, there are going to be live lessons on a daily basis for the major classes, for the major languages, and there are going to be on-demand languages for the secondary languages in our application. All right, so our application developers are now working hard. We are, like they're telling, 45% done with our applications. We have, as anyone has, you know, some technical things which we're working on. So let's start with the first stage. We have divided the launch of the application to 3 stages. We're going to be starting with our alpha version on the 21st of June, 2021, really soon. And for the alpha version, what we're going to do, we're going to have 200 students, testers, for 2 weeks and 2 levels only. We will choose the pre-intermediate and intermediate. We're still talking to the academic staff, which levels for us is better to do for testing. During the 2 weeks, we will be testing software and content, and we'll be checking what's good, what's wrong. We'll be doing the live sessions. All the participants will receive free certificates. That means that they will get the free course with the certificate. If we were talking that the certificates will be for purchase, and in this point, we will actually allow, and we will give the certificates for all the participants free of charge. So we will choose 200 students to test our alpha version. Then we will have 3 months, not a break, and development and research period. And we will present our beta version on the 4th of October. The beta version will be open to public, and the beta version will have 7 levels in 2 time zones and 2 age groups. The testing we will be doing during the beta version testing, we will be doing the retention monetization system testings. Retention, we will be talking about the motivation system, the gaming part of the thing, because it's not going to be only the live lessons. There are going to be games for students. There are going to be more things done for juniors, for adults, etc., etc. And we are planning officially to present the final version. Of course, whenever we talk the applications, we all understand that final version will still have the version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the final version is for the 4th of January 2022. This is where we're going to present to public 7 levels of English language, 3 time zones, 3 age groups. So there are going to be 2 age groups for juniors and 1 age group for adults. What we're going to be doing after the final version presented, we are going to be developing and including the other languages, including French language, Spanish, and German for 2022. So that's actually it when it comes to the reveal and to the date reveal. So this is the plan for us. It's a hard work ahead, and whenever we look at the dates, someone tells, oh my God, it's so long to wait. For the ones who are working, they're just telling, oh my God, we have only 3 months left. We have to work hard. So yes, this is what's happening at the moment. And now we have a time for questions and answers. And before we're starting the questions and answers, while everyone sits there, I would like to ask you a question, actually, by myself. And something doesn't work with the presentation. It has to work here. All right, so many people were asking me how you're going to interact with students, what's going to happening. So this is one of the examples how we are going to be interacting with students. Of course, this one is the external link. It's not included. We will have integrated links into our online lessons. We will be asking students all the time different questions. And here what we're asking you, if you go to menti.com on your phone, put the code 26325538 and just answer us. What language do you want to learn? And we'll see the answers here. And we're going to see which kind of languages would you like to do. And while we're doing this, Lahan, I think that we have to check the questions things. You are free to ask the questions.
Great. So I was going to answer myself on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's just it's really easy. But anyway, we'll see the poll afterwards. After that, question and answers. So we have Dimitri Razaliu, who congratulates, saying excellent work, Slavas. What a fantastic work. I have a huge group of local US clients who are looking for exactly these services and thousands of potential leads. Let's connect in the next few days to set something up. I'll be happy to promote this project and become an agent. So this is probably a message for me. Dimitri, thank you so much for your question. Please be in touch with me. Send a message to Slavas and he'll forward it to me. And you will have the details. I'm sure you have them already. But you will have the details at the end of the presentation, and I'll reply to you, and we'll be in touch. Okay. Slavas, you wanted to say something because I'm doing the question.
Oh, no. I'm just like looking at the questions as well. So please.
Justin Quinn, hi Justin from Dublin. He's asking who's writing the content.
All right, so we will have the team. So this is what we've got at the moment. At the moment, we have the content for which is actually our syllabus, the syllabus which we are making into the scripts. So that means that our academic director of each center and academic director of, let's say, English or French, they will be getting the content from the schools like Sol Education or the French in Normandy. On a weekly basis, the team of the script writers will be redoing the syllabus into the script, which is going to be, the teachers are going to be learning the script, looking at the script, and then they're going to be putting everything on the screen. So the team is still going to be collected. We do have already the head of the English script writers. Andrew is going to work on the whole thing already next month for the preparation of our first alpha version. But if you do have any comments, if you have any suggestions, please feel free to contact us. It's always, we love learning. We love, learning the new stuff. So send us the message, and just to organize a meeting, and we will for sure meet with you and talk about your ideas, etc.
Great. Simon Bush, hi Simon. Do you know already how you're going to choose your 200 beta alpha testers? Slavas, have you got any idea? Simon is asking.
Yeah, we do. We're going to send. So we have our partners. You saw, Simon, that we already have 58 agencies who are on board. All the agencies will send their students. We will do that. We will see the age groups, etc. So we will do the testing before that. We will see if they're pre-intermediate or not, because we need to check that exactly these levels for this, because it's the test. So we can't accept all the students. But in case you have someone in mind, we always, once again, open. We can admit your friend or a kid or any child who would be able to join us as the 200 testers. We're looking now in 200 testers. It doesn't mean that it's going to be 200. Our developers are still looking at their possibilities. It might be that we will increase it. But now, as the developers informed us, the best way for us is to go with the 200. But we're looking to increase the number as well. Yeah.
Great, Slavas. Somebody anonymous says, ask which language schools are going to organize other languages. That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question. You see, we do have a plan of which kind of schools are going to present, and this is the question which we would like to send to other schools. We are waiting for, like Ellery, the person who contacted us and talked about the whole idea and everything. And we are willing to discuss with the schools from from different countries of the world about the participation in the project. So we do have a plan which schools can be the part. At the moment, we have only the French one, which we have added, and we did this, I think, Laurent, on purpose at the moment. Yeah. Let's be frank here.
I know. We've been talking with other schools providers of other languages. Nothing is at the moment set, so we are open for new candidates if anybody is interested in teaching and being part of this project. Nicholas is asking something. I don't know if I understand right. She's asking, how will you manage pronunciation? I don't know if she means that she might fear that I am going to be the teacher with my French section. But rest assured that teacher will be natives. But maybe I understood it the wrong way. Maybe.
Now, how are we going to teach pronunciation? Maybe we will have the pronunciation classes, the separate pronunciation classes where you will be able to learn. We did talk to the academic department about this part. We will have a couple of surprises to everyone when we start the full version of the whole thing. But we are going to have the pronunciation classes, the separate one, if this is the question, as I understand.
Yeah. Marcela Alejandra Serra is asking also how to get to become an agent, and she'd like to have an email. So the main email at the moment is the one from Slavas, which is displayed at the end of the presentation. Maybe I can write it down there. But let's see next. I'm going to reply directly on that question. Jamie is asking, will individual students be able to buy lessons with teachers? I suppose to buy one-to-one lessons with teachers.
So this is what we have discussed to the schools, because their different languages are going to be presented by different schools. So if it comes to the French languages, it will be completely organized from our side when it comes to the technical thing, the quality-wise, how their classroom studios are going to look like, which kind of teachers are going to be on the screen. So yes, we have discussed already to their French part, as the French in Normandy, that they will be able to do individual classes in case of the request of the students. So they're going to be an option for it.
Great. Dimitri Razaliou is asking also if we are planning to add TOEFL and IELTS prep course to the app.
This is the question which it's not that I don't want to answer, it's just the question which we haven't discussed yet. We, of course, are aware as the school about the IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC preparation classes, Cambridge exam preparation classes, or any French exams preparation classes. We just didn't have yet this within our agenda. It's going to be happening within their development of their things when we start doing the general English at the beginning.
Great.
Yeah.
Louise Mayor, are the certificates based on any form of assessment, or are they just available to purchase for course completion?
Right. So this is what's gonna happen. Every student will have to complete the course at least 1 week at this point. The course certificate will show how many hours did you take of the course and what are the results of your test. And the certificate will include all those features. So it's not that you're coming and you're just buying the certificate, you will have to get through the course. Of course, if you need the course within 1 week, it will be stated that you took the course with us only for 1 week. If you are studying with us for 2 years, then in this case, it will be stated that you are studying with us for this number of weeks, with this number of hours, went through the course, and this is the level.
Beate Lensbauer is asking, how can you deliver always live? Will you have teachers available anytime, any time zone?
Of course, whenever we say the always live, you will be able to choose the time zone. It doesn't mean that all the teachers on every single level will be every single hour. So we will have the teachers who will be delivering at least 3 different lessons per day. So they're going to be a lesson of elementary, let's say, level today in the morning, then in the afternoon, and in the evening for our time zone. But we have so many time zones, so you will be able to choose one of the convenient time zone for yourself as the student. So if you are from South America, and we have so many South Americans today participating in our webinar. So that means that we will have a time zone for South America, then we will have a time zone for Asia at this moment, and like the far East Asia at this moment, and we will deliver it in this way. We will have 3 to 4 time zones. We will divide it, and then the students will be able to decide which lessons they're taking. If the student is not able to take the live lesson, they will always be able to check this lesson on demand after the live lesson is finished.
Perfect. Beate is asking about certificate. Do you mean your own certificate of attendance only? I suppose is the certificate an attendance certificate, or is it an official one?
No, it's an official certificate, which we are as the Sol Education, we are accredited by ABLS. So it's the UK accreditation body for language schools. And that means that you will receive the ABLS accredited certificate, where it's going to be stated your level of English and the number of hours taken with us.
Right. And Nashel is asking, it's a free platform. How would you make money out of it?
If it's Nasheli or Riza, so yes, hi Nash. Hi Nash. Nash is one of our member of advisory board, and thank you very much for joining us. Nash, the main thing how we're going to organize the monetization system, that means that every time it's for free. But if students buying certificate, that means they will have to pay for the certificate delivery fee. And that's the extra thing. For us, the most important thing is that the whole process, including their checking of the progress, homeworks, assignments, parents will be able to check how the students are studying or study by themselves. The whole process, including the testing, will be free of charge. But when you require your certificate to the university, to school, to anywhere you need the certificate to, you will have to purchase it.
And that's one thing. If I can just add, Nasheli, just to be brief, there is in-app ads when the content is not live. And there is also a web shop, and we're gonna have sponsors also on the website to monitorize the platform. I think it's we are. How much?
So
will you
let's do two more questions if there, and we will have to, you know, to wrap the whole thing up, I think. Do you have more questions, Laurent?
Yeah, Beata is also asking how much do you charge for a certificate? At the moment, it's not yet there, I suppose, but do you have an idea how much you will charge?
Our reference price at the moment is £19. We are doing the Van Westendorp research, the price research at the moment, and the conjoint analysis. After the analysis and the Van Westendorp research, we will announce the final price. It's depending on the research idea is generally to ask the people how much do they think the price is correct to pay. So this is what we're doing at the moment. Our reference price is £19. We do believe that the price will be from 19 to 29 after the research is finished.
Matt Heard, hi Matt. Once up and running, are you planning to apply for any accreditation?
All right, so this is where we will organize when it comes to the accreditation of the course. Our courses, the SAL education, who will be provided the English language, is accredited, and we will be providing already the accredited course. The accredited course we will be preparing the scripts as I was explaining. The same thing is going to the French language, to the Spanish language. That's why we will be working in cooperation with the schools which are based in these countries, which are already accredited, and the ones who already have the content gathered and the accreditations gathered.
Last question from Serbia, Magdalena. Hello. How will the students pass from one level to another?
That's a good question. There will be weekly tests. There will be a shorter test on a weekly basis, plus the final test whenever the student need it for the certificate. The progress will state what level you are at. After progressing from one level to another, you will be informed. So the student will be informed in the application that they are allocated to another class and to another level.
I think that's it. I hope you reply to all the questions at the moment.
I hope if you have the questions, if anyone got more questions, so please come back to us. We see the answers for our short research which we've made. So yeah, we see that the Spanish language is very important here. We see Thai. We see love language. It's a nice thing. So yeah, so this is what we're going to be doing during the next couple of years. While presenting the major languages, we will be doing the researches, we will be doing the different type of things with students, and we'll be checking which languages are important when it comes to be included. Of course, all the languages are important, but we're talking more which are going to be the priority for us to include into our scheme. And let's
John is leaving.
One word, yes. I'm very sorry I have to leave you at this point. But thanks for this fantastic discussion. I'm really looking forward to catching up with you later. And I'm very happy that it creates such an engagement.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much also for all our participants.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we are almost done. At the end, as always, I just wanted to remind everyone that we are now on the organizing the crowdfunding campaign, and at the moment we're organizing it through the Seedrs.com. It's our equity crowdfunding platform in the UK. We are this is, I think, already the old one, Laurent. Yeah, we have
from
74
yesterday.
Yeah, from yesterday. So we have 13 days left for our crowdfunding campaign. We need as many people as it's possible to chip in. The minimum which you can invest is £10. If you want to invest more, please contact us. We can discuss about the different possibilities. And generally speaking, the current situation is at the moment that we are almost done with our campaign. We still have to reach 18%. So we still have to reach £37,000 within the next 13 days for us to be able to finalize the alpha version and to present everything to the public. And if you need the address, it's going to be the www.cedars.com/offschool, or you go to cedars.com, you're going to find there the OFFschool campaign. And please share this information to your friends, to your colleagues. If you're interested to invest, come to us, send us the message. We're all open to discuss about the different opportunities. And that's actually it. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Christopher.
Lavas.
Thank you, Lahan. Thank you, John and Ellery, who already had to leave. And thank you every single participant today for all the questions. And thank you.
There was Slavas, there was a question from that guy, Chris Curl, about saying, can he help? And presumably we can get back to him and say,
okay,
later on.
Thank you very much, Chris. We will check every single question which is here. I'm really sorry if we haven't answered to someone. So me, Lahan, Christopher will go through the questions. We will contact you, and if it's the longer question we can discuss, we can contact you, or we will just answer you by email, etc. Once again, thank you very much to everyone, and have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are now. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Ciao.